Creating content is the name of the game these days. I think Gary Vee said you have to create about 60 pieces of content every day in order to do well online. That's 60 pieces of content. So in this video, I'm going to break down a creation process that you as a musician can follow to create as much content as possible out of minimum amount of effort.
Before I get started, please subscribe to my channel if you want to see more music marketing related videos, just like this one.
Hello, my name is Rebecca Smartbucken, and today we're going to talk about how to create content out of one song for a musician. So first, you have the song. What most musicians are doing, when they made the song, when they're finished with it, they upload it to Spotify, they wait until, the Friday comes along, and that's when they say, hey, listen to my song, my song, my song. So what they don't understand, there's so much content to be made up until this point that is just wasted. Because what has happened? Well, when you started making this song, you had an idea, you had a vision, right? There's a reason why you made this song. So the first area that you can create content around is the reason, the why behind the song. So it's the story, right? So this is the background. This is the reason why you created this song. This is the value that you want the song to give the listener. So this could be potentially how you made the song. So in what format can you communicate this in? Well, you can create a video for YouTube or for IGTV. This video could potentially be the same. A longer format video where you're just explaining what you did, where you show it. It could be a documentary, whatever format you please. You can communicate this through a video format. You could also write a blog post, if that is your format. It can be in text, right? Or you can share this story through a podcast. That's the mic. All right. So you can, out of the story, you can create some video content, some written content, and some audio content. But they're all communicating the story of why you created the song, right? It's just different formats. Another thing you can do, you can create, maybe a inspirational quote or something, the vision that you want to accomplish with the song and share that. You can create some images, of why you created the song and the bigger purpose. There's tons of content that you can create in different formats that's just communicating the story, right? So that's the first part of the song. So let's move over to when you actually start making the song, the process, the creation, right? So first, you are creating the song. So what's happening here? Most likely you're in the studio, you're working on it, it's the process, right? There's so much content that you can create out of this. There's so much you can do. You can, for example, of course, create tons of video of yourself creating the song. You're in the studio, you're in the process. This type of content, people love it. People love it. They eat it up. So you can have this for IG, for YouTube, whatever your channel is. You need to determine your channel. But then when you create the video, you can see, this long video, it can go for IGTV, it can go for YouTube, it can go for Facebook, these types of channels. You distribute the content in the right channels. But the format, the value is the same. The channels are just different. All right, so you have the creating, you created some videos of yourself in the studio. What else can you do? You can, for example, create some pictures of yourself, of course, that you're sharing the process, what you're doing, what you're creating. Maybe you can go on story and do some poll of, what they like with the song, do some questioning, try to interact with your fans. This is also content piece. When people misunderstand the word content. When Gary Vee says 60 to 100 content pieces, if you go on story, that's one content piece. If you go on story on Facebook, on Instagram, on Snapchat, wherever you do, content piece, content piece, content piece. You're just communicating it differently, maybe, or maybe not. but you're just distributing it in different channels. Some people will see it there, some people will see it there, some people will see it there, some people will see it both. But whatever, just distribute it as many places as possible because you don't know where you're going to meet people, right? So you can go on story, you can go on live, you can stream yourself from the studio, you can start engaging with your audience that way. That's the content piece. So you see here, while you being in the studio, making the song, in the process, there's so much content to be made around that process if you just capture it. So it's an investment here that you need to make over from just being in the studio, making the music, into creating content around it. That's an investment both in mindset, but also money sometimes. You need to get the equipment around you because to attach video, pictures, other type of formats to your song and your process is well worth the investment. All right, so let's take a look. We now have the story behind, the behind the song, the reason, and then we have you creating the song. You can also, maybe you are collaborating. Collaboration. This one is huge. And if you're collaborating, if you're working with someone on your song, work on also communicating together. Include them in your communication plan. Include them in your channels. Tap into each other's audience here. So a few ways you can do this. Of course, you can create some videos of yourself in the studio, making it together, and then push it on your channels. That should be some video content. That's pretty good. You can have some pictures of yourself in the studio, where in the caption, you maybe share a funny story, or the story behind, or what happened in that picture, or maybe ask them, what do you think is happening, or, just build some suspension. There's so much you can do. You can also go live. That's a content piece. Together in the studio, or even use the IG Live, Instagram Live. The other person that you're working with, that you're collaborating with, will tune in from their Instagram. You will tune in from your Instagram. They'll notify their audience. You'll not notify your audience. And in the meantime, when you're having that conversation or whatever you do on that live session, you're swapping audiences, right? So live is a good content piece to show the collaboration, whether you go live together or through your individual Instagram account. You can also use, of course, YouTube, Facebook. There's several ways to live stream. Twitch, there's so many places. You just need to understand where your audience here, right? Spend your efforts, your time, and your energy where your audience are already hanging out. So you have live. You can go on the story. There's all content pieces that you can create around the collaboration of a song. Yeah, so the next thing that you can create around, it's what does a song sometimes have? Sometimes it has lyrics. So if your song has lyrics, there's tons of content that you can create around the lyrics. You can maybe create an image with an inspirational or something from the lyrics that you want to just put it on top of a cool image, share it on Instagram and say, coming soon, or this, came up with this last night, or what do you guys think? You can have tons of these small clips, Instagram-friendly content that you create out of your lyrics. You can also create a story where you share some of the lyrics as well. You can even use the typewriter functionality where you're typing up the lyrics, and it gets more of the interaction feel, the interactive feeling, the engaging feeling as well. So that's a content piece. You can even film yourself singing the lyrics, telling them the lyrics. That could be some film for, in video content. Or you can write it up, the whole lyrics, and share it with them, right? I mean, these are all different formats, and they're just communicating the same thing. All from video to a picture to the whole lyrics to you singing it, or even going live, right? And to mess it up even more here, you have a beat, which you can do the same as well. You can create memes. You can create videos. I mean, the list goes on. See, there's tons of content pieces that you can create around your next song. You then have to just divide it into pre-launch, during launch, and after launch. And create a schedule. Here's the content. And then say, this types of video, this types of memes, this types of pictures before we're going to go live. We're going to, do this in a collaboration before the launch. During launch week, we're going to do these types of content pieces. And then after launch, this. So structure it. But here you have tons of content that you can create. Now go create 60 content pieces per day, guys.
Please subscribe to my channel if you want to see more music marketing related videos, just like this one.